Hello and welcome to a new video where I do 3 time sessions around the TeamSport High Wycombe track. I'm on track with Ollie Bean and Rautism, also known as Elliot because he changes his name quite a bit. But we're just coming out for the outback now, so I'm just going to go through the little what this is. So we did a open 3 for 2. Also, my camera wasn't secured very well in the first session. I promise it gets better as we go on. So we did our open 3 for 2, which meant we were on track with non-members, which you really do notice that they are members, because at times it is very dreadful, where they are quite a bit slower in certain areas, but then so if you fall back, then you catch up quite quickly. If you try and overtake, then sometimes they'll battle you because they don't realise that they're not meant to battle through here. Okay, so I'm not actually on a proper time lap now, because I just done a red flag test, so I'm not right at halfway through the lap. So I'm just going to try and get a feel for the car, warm up the tyres. I'm pretty sure we're currently under yellows anyway. Oh no, I'm not. Yeah, we're under yellows. So I'm just rounding through the bottom section. Calmly coasting. Here, on these Biz Karts, you get a straight up boost button. It's a push to car system. So you just push it and you can get it if you use it at the very start of the lap, and then you will get it again roughly halfway through. So you're meant to get it about once a lap, but you can manage to get it about twice if you manage to sort of use it at the right sort of times for one big push lap. So I'm coming up, I've already caught up to them under yellows. I'm trying to pass around the outside 3 time 1, but also there's a time session, so I through goes Autism, just nearly kills him. Nothing to worry about. And we're under a red flag here. I brake, and then Autism just goes flying into my rear. That hurt quite a bit. The marshal was just shocked at what she just seen. Through goes Autism into my rear end.
Ow.
That hurt. That's Ollie Bean in the orange race suit. Well, no, yellow, but I don't know why the fuck I said orange. Ollie Bean in the yellow race suit next to me. Autism in the white helmet, pink suit. Ollie also has a black helmet, so it looks like the default helmet in this footage, but it's not. He is cooler than that. Right, okay, we get going. Lights go green. I'm following up Ollie Bean through the hairpin, up into turn 6, I believe. Again, this obviously isn't going to be a good flying lap because we were under reds, but we're just going to probably try and at least get a feel for it, maybe pass from people if need be. Currently, my best lap is a 1 minute 1, because obviously that started off with a red, so if it was any better, I'd be absolutely shocked. They kept coming round in the final corners through the S's. Round in turn 1. Okay, also, just as we go into this first flying lap, just go check out Max Fosh video, because he was at the track. This was filmed on a Friday. He was at the track on the Thursday, filming this video, like Wednesday/Thursday, filming this video, which is quite interesting. It's quite cool, right? And at the time we didn't know, but I think it's actually very sick. And so the marshal's like working out, you can actually see them in the video, which is just quite cool. Right, we just had through goes Rookie there. They're working to overtake so much, I'm just slowing down there and through as around the S's, just maybe trying to fall back a little bit. Nah, yeah, so the next lap isn't really a flying lap, it's just trying to create a gap to the cars in front, so the next lap after I can really work to fly. I think in total we have 33, no, we have like either 33 laps, I believe, something like that, in the early to mid 30s, so not too many. We're already cutting through them. We haven't really had a clean flying lap there. We were like a 49.3. That was okay, but still probably 7 seconds from my minimum. Like my fastest lap time I'd want to be getting in a session is a 42, and even that I'd be a little bit disappointed with. Okay, rounding through the S's, I should have a clean track in front now. Oh, little lag. Crossing the line, use my boost, and we instantly get red flag. As you can hear, I am not happy. Not happy one bit under that red flag. Okay, someone in the distance, I don't know if you just saw that, just moved on the reds. Absolute diabolical behaviour. Sorting out the camera, okay, a little bit loud. I don't think I had a particularly broken kart in any session, which helped me out a lot because sometimes you do just get a dog shit kart, and it is quite annoying. But I had the lights go green as we come down the ramp, so yeah, this would all be a flying lap. But in future, I've kind of decided I'm mainly going to just do member events because my biggest issue with these public ones is not even them going slower, just because that's understandable, but it's when they battle you, like in these sort of conditions, and then they shouldn't be. You're not meant to be battling in time sessions, so that's what I get the most annoyed about. Okay, the camera's a little bit high, but you can see generally, we can see the general direction.
Get a feel for the track.
I don't know what I'm saying there.
But when I hit the line,
okay, coming through the S's, coming around into the first proper flying lap, that shouldn't be interrupted.
I'm currently 10, can't be having that.
Through turn 1. Flat out through turn 2. Surprisingly, that was a flat out corner. Surprisingly, this can be taken flat out because these tyres got changed very recently, so it's super, super grippy. Yeah, pretty much this entire track is now flat out. Maybe lifted off at certain bits. Obviously, if you're battling, you might have to brake, but like generally, if you have a clean track, it is mostly flat out, and if you do, the turning's right. Which is weird because tracks, I feel like no track should be like that. No karting track should be completely flat out. But yellows again, going into another lap, bit annoying. Luckily that guy was nice and actually go. I don't know who that was. It might have actually been someone I know, but just slowly come down the ramp under the yellows catch, because I noticed with a lot of people where it's their first time in the safety briefing they say yellow flags are walking pace, and sometimes they do take it really literally. I sort of do it like I don't speed under them, like I don't speed under yellows, but I will probably, I won't accelerate through corners, but if I'm on a straight I will need to go like 70% throttle, and then but if I see a marshal in track, or if I see the reason why it's going yellow in the near distance, then I will definitely go slow through there. Like, I'll actually go pace through that a little bit to make sure there isn't action. Right, coming around into lap 8, sorry, around turn 2. I doubt this will be a clean flying lap by the people in front of me, as they look like they're battling a little bit. I've got a kart on my inside. I'm not sure who that is. Yeah, I think I should just slow down and just let anyone that wants to go through in a minute. Because you can't really get a good flying lap a lot of the time, and then into the yellows again. There are so many yellows here. Gotta be honest, High Wycombe is quite a challenging track. It's probably one of the more challenging out of all of them because it is just so tight. Especially it's challenging when you're with other people. When it's busy, because you can't really properly overtake. I done a 50-lap Grand Prix here, and I ended up in a backmarker due to many incidents. I believe I've made a video on that. I think I've made a video on that. If so, I'll show it in the top hand corner right now. But that one, I've ended up being a backmarker, and even just trying to move over for them, where I reckon making it is at times, it's still difficult. Because there's not really too many areas, you just kind of have to move over here on the ramp, but then you can't really lift off too much here, otherwise you could just roll back. So, looking like I've got a little bit of clean track ahead, so that's good for me. Coming into lap 10. Yeah, as I've just said, I'm P3 at this point in standards, which isn't particularly well. I had a little bit of a slide there, definitely not ideal. Coming and flying through. Someone on my inside, I don't know why, like, that's definitely impeding my lap. Because he's not fast enough to pass me, but he's fast enough to where if I make a small mistake, he just kind of appears, which is just fucking annoying. apex. I can't quite hit these apexes tightly. So as I cross over into lap 11, what was lap 10, I beat my time by exactly 2 tenths, which is still better, but not what it could be. Okay, now here, we sit on the reds, and as you see, I've gone at the first little bit of the ramp, but not the second, so I'm having to hold the brake really tightly this entire time, and it's so stressful, because by the end of this red, my left leg was completely dead. I'm already getting a little bit tired, because you just sat there with your foot on your brake, where you don't really need your brakes too much, especially on this sort of track where it is so grippy. Your left leg is quite dead anyway, and then all of a sudden you have to use it for 30 seconds straight, so it's quite tight. Yeah, so if you are going to brake, main braking zone, possibly turn 2 if you can't find rear traction, and then turn 3, which is at the bottom of this hill, the bottom of this ramp. Sometimes you can't get front tyre grip, so sometimes you need to brake to allow the fronts to get grip as we get going underneath the greens.
Fucking hell, I've a backmarkers too.
And I've already getting quite annoyed because I've caught up with more people. And you see Elliot off in the distance. I don't know how I caught Elliot, because I don't think he was even doing that badly, all things considered. So I don't know how I caught him quickly. I'm gonna try and see his lap times. They won't be shown on screen, but I'm gonna try and see if I can get them up personally so I can talk about them. Okay, at this point, Elliot is, to be fair, he's lapping very similar, maybe a little bit slower. So he's doing pretty well for himself. Yeah, just going up on the inside sometimes. Yeah. Just let anyone pass in these parts. That's kind of what I did. I don't know who that is. I think that could be Ollie, or it could be. We had some guy called Frederick in our thing, which also, if you watch Max Fosh video, he's actually in the video. He's the one that's coaching him, which is quite interesting. Well, I do actually think that's quite cool that Max Fosh actually was racing with that guy right in front of me, right here. He actually never ended up showing up for the 3rd session. I think he just got really annoyed. He never showed up. Yes, this one is going to be probably not going to be. Oh no, I believe I can see that this is a flying lap. Doesn't look too tidy so far though. Not looking very tidy at all. I guess it's just the one time that I'll get a slight slipstream from the car in front that's actually has a decent pace sticking to the lines. And also, I have a little bit of green track, so it's my first time I'm probably able to cook and not have a yellow. So I crossed the line for a 41.477, which definitely is the best time that I was going to get. But it's probably the best I'm able to get in this situation, because it is a little bit hard. Yeah, when it's such a busy track, just right. So that guy, you can zap it back if you want, but what happened there was he heavily broke. That's not a braking corner. You might tap your brakes for maybe I'd say 0.05 a second, just literally just tap them quick, slightly lock the rears to sort of turn the car. That's the most you'll really touch your brakes. Looks like we're coming in now into the pit lane for the end of the 1st session, but you might slightly touch your brakes. That's it, and that's only if you can't find the traction, if you have some maybe flat tyres or something. But then he aggressively slammed them. Where even some of the other rookies weren't quite doing that, so I really wasn't expecting it. That's where we ran into that issue. I ended up actually finishing this session P3, so that's all right, I guess. I mean, smoked everyone below me. Ollie ended up P8 with a 43-1. Rautism / Elliot ended up P7 with a 43-1 as well. A 43-103, and Ollie had a 155. So they're only separated by 500ths of a second. Very similar lap times there. Coming into the pit lane. Yeah, these pit limits sometimes are so slow. And Ollie said that you see Rautism to the right hand side. Ollie said that apparently he actually went into it, he led everyone in and he went into the wrong bit. Right, okay, that wasn't just a drive-through, we're coming back out, this is session 2 now. As you can see, I'm sort of coming out slowly, I'm trying to fall back, I don't want to have those carts in front of me, impeding me, so I'm just trying to fall back a bit. It doesn't end up working, because, you know, their yellow pace is so slow. Through the S's for my outlap here. I don't know what sound I just made. Yeah, this isn't a proper flying lap, this is still lap 15, because it was like, the lap before was like 14.5, so I'm not even this difficult, but on the timer board this is lap 15. So I have Ollie and Elliot behind me, which I've allowed them to pass, but it seemed like they didn't want to. So, a bit weird. I thought they were quite ugly parts. Oh, it's a red now. Oh, but now I'm with Ollie and Elliot. Oh, I did the red.
Is your car really slow?
Yeah, so Ollie pointed out the visor because you do actually not. I noticed you don't really get in trouble for it at High Wycombe riding, or even Bristol riding. You get that is someone in the wall. Yeah, so you don't. It's only Crawley that have had an issue with a visor where they want us to keep the visor down at all times. But I try and keep it mostly down anyway, especially in Bristol with the petrol cars. It was better to have it at least mostly down, just so you weren't breathing in fumes again. The shit kicked up into your eyes. Yeah, by the way, the reason that I'm reacting to people being in the walls, like, in lifetime is because I'm voice over.
You can go for one.
Yeah, because
I don't know what's going on.
I am watching this back with voice record and not just voicing over it. So, as I know stuff happens at some point, I don't necessarily know exactly when it's coming. So, I'm getting caught by some voice. And they just like lost their car there. I'm not. Okay, this one again isn't a proper fun one because we spent so long on the yellows. A bit annoying, but it's fine. I don't think I end up even beating the time until later in the session, which is a bit unfortunate. So most of these, I have about 10 out laps here, but I'm pretty sure some big drama is to come. Ollie slipped past that rookie there. Okay, and they decide to go on the inside line, try and dive them, and then slam on their brakes. Yeah, so that's another corner you can just slightly tap at most. I've been flying through now with the bottom floor, flowing up with a slipstream. Added a little wobble there, probably not the best. I don't know if I try and go for the pass here, because it is quite tight, where if you go for the pass here, then you go in and you're going to have an awkward line through here, through the S's, so then it's kind of like they can just pass back through, or you end up putting in a wall because it is so tight. But you can see that I keep on catching them having to lift off, which that's the sort of stuff that really annoys me. And then they've ended up braking quite erratically. I've fallen back a bit, someone else has nearly passed me. I end up taking this much too tight line. I reckon if I took a bit wider line there, I maybe could just pass, got a bit of a switch around. Leave it to space. I'm getting very annoyed at them not leaving to space. But it is okay. Going around the outside here, yeah, you can't really make a pass because then you just put the ball there, so it's very difficult. It's very, very, very difficult to try and pass it. again, just following up, just trying to look for any sort of gap. Ollie's now absolutely flown off because I just can't seem to find space to get past him. Because I can't quite just smoke him. He's not quite that slow. But then he's not quite fast enough to actually break away. Or even just not impede me. And then, yeah, yellows come out and I just pass them on yellows. That is the most diabolical behaviour ever. I should have done that, but I was getting fed up, and I think I do that a couple of times through these sessions. But anyway, now I can round the corner for hopefully a proper flying lap. Round in turn 2 now, coming down around, approaching turn 3, completely flat out, like a foot to the floor, balls deep in that corner, going through into the downhill section, into the downstairs section, not the downhill section, going through that hairpin, very tight, hug the apex, go wider here, the triple apex corner, you need to go wide here to turn in, swing completely round, hit that apex, stick to the left hand side of the track as much as you possibly can, then go wider here so you can hit that apex and you can hug both the S's through here, coming round to finish off the lap. And I do not go faster, unfortunately. Now we can come into lap 21 where we're going to get again go for another flying lap. Zooming through there, nice double apex through that corner, hugging those corners. Flying through, following up behind Ollie B now, I managed to catch up. Very impressive how I've managed to catch up. I don't know how I managed to do that. I must have been flying, even though I wasn't improving it. I was definitely going a lot faster in comparison to him, for me to manage to catch up. I mean, I am actually curious on what he sort of, he was lapping 45s here at this point. And there we go, that was a big crash. The car in front of him broke very awkwardly. Ollie took a weird line, I took a weird line, I kind of rear-ended them. Apparently they had brake lights, apparently I was able to see that. I didn't know they had brake lights at this point. So that probably could have been avoided if I knew that information, but I just didn't, unfortunately. But all this history now. Yeah, so what was said about lap times, Ollie is lapping about 44, 45, I'm lapping around 42 here. So I am going faster than him, and that's why I managed to catch up with him so quickly. Because he just couldn't seem to find a pace at this particular point in the session. Later on, I think even earlier, he was going a little bit faster. Then later in the session, he seemed to find his particular car at the limit of his car, because obviously they were quite different. And I'm big boost in the rear. I don't know if I got hit there or not. I heard a thud, but I don't know what it was from. Okay, we're going red. Ollie managed to pass the guy on the yellows. I can't really quite go past. Like, I was thinking about it, but it's a bit diabolical.
Fuck you, not you.
I had to say to the random guy, like,
I'm sorry, you took an awkward line.
I just say to the random guy, I'm not just flipping it off. Ollie did also flip me off, but I'm pretty sure it's covered up on my @Ledgeman. Oh yeah, and just for a bit of context, the reason that is there is because it's showing on my camera, it records at the date and time that it's done, but it only carries on the timer when the camera's on, and obviously it's not on all the time, so according to the camera, it's like April 2024. Let's show shit like that, so I just cover it up now. Don't worry about it. Covering it through here. Can I make the pass? I seem to go a little bit wider there. He takes the inside line. I don't quite carry enough speed through that corner to really go through. I end up just lifted off, trying to create a small gap. Basically just binned off this lap. Because I know that I'm not going to be able to fly properly with all those cars ahead. I'm really lifted off going slow. Doesn't seem like there's anyone behind me, so I should be good. I'm flying through.
Yeah, I'm not supposed to take it, I'm supposed to take it. Okay, fucking fine. I would have helped
Okay, get through the S's to come into a proper clean flying lap. I believe it's clean anyway. Lap 25. Come through turn 1, tight apex. Go wide. Lift off on your side. You should go in traction. Hit that double apex very nicely. Down the ramp now. Hug the left hand side. Aggressive turning. Get that. Go front. Grippy to the round. Then you can lose over a little bit. Through here. Double apex. On the right then left. This one maybe left off a little bit just to keep really traction. Hug that apex. Go a little bit wider through here. Tight there. Maybe a little bit wider there, tight, hug the left, come through to that apex, go wider. Again, tight to that wall, left hand side now. You don't need to worry about hitting this apex so much to go hit this one perfectly, so you can go straight through the S's. And then cross the line to improve by 3 tenths with 41.103. Not the best lap in the world, but definitely an improvement from the previous ones. Okay, but now we're coming up to some more backmarkers again because I just showed caught up to them literally instantly. It's so painful. Is that really bothering me? Oh wait, I think I just missed Ollie spinning out. I'm not sure. I think I picked away. Anyway. I think I lost it a little bit there. Maybe that's okay though. Coming through now. Lap 27, not going to be completely clean as there is a hard and ready for me. The camera angle was a little bit right ideally, but it's fine. We can manage it. Lap 27 now, I believe we made it past the clean.
Don't run it. Oh no, speed up.
Flying through now, down the downhill section. I seem to tap his rear a little bit. Well, I don't know if he broke someone. Through goes Rocky. Just bombed it through. But I don't know if he broke going down the hill, which would have been really weird. I ended up just slowing down and letting everyone pass because it's just not. I learned. I realised it was just not. I wasn't going to be able to really pass all of them. I was really working way too hard, wasting like the next 6 laps trying to pass people before maybe one quick lap. So I just decided it was not worth it. May as well just fall back, waste 1 lap, and then get another 1 or 2 clean laps in. That's just how I run it. I also just want to state, okay, coming into lap 29 through turn 2, I just want to state though that I don't slow down if there's someone behind me. Coming through turn 3 down the section, coming through, you already see I'm catching up with them again. But it's fine, go wide there, swing around, flat out, foot to the floor, pedal to the metal. Back in tight. Hopefully I don't end up hitting them before the line. Up the hill now, right up on their rear. Getting a slight strip string up there, probably helping me. Following up behind. And they seem to go a lot faster than the S's, which helped me out. I managed to take an inside line through turn 1 to hit that tight apex and past them. So then I didn't have to worry so much about it. Going through, it seems like it might be a flying lap. But I can see that I do not improve, and I see that there's rookies up ahead, so... And... Oh, Ollie B. Yo! Yeah, so coming up on Ollie again, we managed to catch back up. Which is definitely alright. Showing that I have some pretty strong pace at this point in the session. Coming through, this is now the final lap of the session. There you go, the yellow flag can now come out before the end. I can't hear my... I'm pretty sure I just didn't lift there, I'm pretty sure I just kept it. Because it could have been a faster lap, because even though I came up to people, sometimes I think my faster lap of Reddit I actually passed someone. Which that'll be a video coming out soon. So we're coming in now. Ollie B just behind me. Final call before the pit lane. Ollie Bean just rear-ended me, and I now spend the entire way into the pit lane aggressively braking, trying to brake jack him, but it does not work. He doesn't fall for it because I kept on trying to do it. There we go. Just flipping off Elliot. No reason to it.
It's Friday here. It's Saturday, Sunday, what? It's Friday here. It's Saturday, Sunday, what?
Love some karting dancing. Right, coming through. Lap 31, out lap now. Coming through with home autism, so I'm pretty confident with that he won't impede me too much. And most of the cars in front of him, slowing him down a bit and impede me, but overall, if I'm going to be behind anyone, it's like Ollie or Elliot, maybe Frederick I'll be okay with, but he also wasn't in this. And it got redded. What's a surprise? The camera is a lovely image, or is it the car? I don't know. Alright, lap 31, obviously it's going to be a slower lap because we started it under reds, so I'm not going to be able to properly actually go fast. This will just be another out lap, just maybe try and fly in lap 32. Seems like we have some clean track in front of us, but I can't slow down to make sure I sustain that clean track because I have got cars behind me, mainly Elliot, so I can't slow down, so I just have to run it. Through the S's now, so then we can go into lap 32. I use my push to pass system to try and get a nice boost over the line. Very, very clean, just slight flick of the wheel to rotate the car through. That, and then I binned at turn 3. If that turn 3 was better, I think it's going to be the fastest lap. Seems to be okay, but I definitely could be stronger. I'm having to kind of steer it at some corners, but turn 2 was probably my best of the session, probably better than the fastest lap so far. He's got pushed past that, I probably should have used that up the ramp, to be honest, to try and swap out on the rears to keep that top speed up the ramp. And then we get a yellow, so I had to abandon that lap. I think that could have been a fastest lap, because I was flying pretty well. That honestly might be it. Watching enough to slow. Alright, coming into lap 33 now. And he just passed me the yellows. I know I was doing it, but I've got a custom helmet, so I'm allowed. That's a joke, by the way. And he just killed Elliot. Just absolutely annihilated Elliot. And through here, I try to pass, and he needs to leave it a space because he sees that I'm there and cuts off the track. I get pushed in a wall. I'm trying to just keep the car on track, but I can't, so I completely spin out.
What the fuck is he doing? What the fuck is he doing? We're fucking wheel to win, he just cut into me.
And then it's also just green at this point, by the way, so they just didn't give a fuck. Oh no, they bring out a slight yellow. They bring out yellows for a brief second whilst I spun back around. And I was just back on the track. They were just fully counting on me just being able to spin myself back around. It's lucky I was, otherwise we would have just been fucked. Right, through the S's slowly, coming into lap 34, hopefully to have a better lap than last one, because that last lap was not it. Through turn 2, probably not the most ideal, but we can make it work if we pair it. And then the big part up there, had to swerve. That stayed there for so long, to the point where I cannot get a flying up, because that's just a power up. Round in it, and look, it's still green. It's still green. No one's seen it yet. Yeah, it's still green. Coming up the ramp. Literally see it over there still. Still green.
There's 4 guys backwards! Yeah, there's a massive power up.
To the point where I actually had to pull over and get a marshal to say that there's a fucking part I'm going to do their jobs for them. And I kind of did it at that particular point instead of just waiting, because right there I could get it before the next lap, so they could go green and I could go into a flying lap. Whereas if I left it, they probably would have noticed like halfway through the next lap, which would have just been a bit bad for me. What the fuck am I doing with my leg? Yeah, like, they probably would have, you know, it's like halfway through my lap that I would have had to fiddle it. This way I could kind of fiddle it a little bit, which, not quite fiddling it, because it's good that I told them, but also I was able to kind of like use my advantage of when the red flag came out. It's just I didn't get impeded too much. Which is actually, they were probably still happy that at least I told them over anything. Still red. Okay, there we go. Goes yellow. That's it. Getting going, which is something, I guess.
Yes!
I'm so happy that it couldn't go in there. Right, Apex 3-2, turn 1. You know the drill. Can I get a nice... Nah, I had to count steer. That's not a nice turn 2. I'm pretty sure these tyres just aren't as grippy as maybe my car for an FP2. So I managed to manually get faster where okay, a bit, yeah, I did bit it. I'm getting like a better understanding of the car, of the track, but also this car I think wouldn't be as fast. So it sort of evens itself out. Going through the S's to come into like 36 now. Completely clear track in front of me, which is very good because I spent so long. Oh no, I've hit someone again. But I spent so long behind a massive pack, finally separated. Then they all just crashed. And then I had a couple of laps clean, but then now I've hit people again somehow. Thing is, if I look at the timing board, their best lap was only a couple of seconds slower, but like, again, when there's like 12 of us, and there's 11 people going a couple of seconds slower, that's when it's quite bad. Okay, don't know what he's doing there. That's a diabolical maneuver. I don't know if I'm trying to fly this lap or not. I don't know if I've just written off.
Yeah.
No, it seems like we're still going for a flying lap here. Oh no, I've written off there. I just ported. So lap 37 is against their cooldown lap. You're not really meant to have cooldown laps in karting. Maybe laps you don't use so much battery. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing there. We maybe have laps where I'm not using so much battery so I can like charge it a little bit to go into the next lap. You're still kind of pushing. But I have to do cooldown laps to try and stop myself from getting impeded so badly.
Right, okay, I am straight like 4 corners in between us, he's ready. Shouldn't.
Going through into lap 28, turn 1, pretty clean. That was a nice-ish turn 2. I said to cancel it a little bit overall, so that's pretty good. And then I clobber the wall.
Nah, this ain't a fucking lap, bro.
Yeah.
I just spin that.
No
backmarkers involved. I just generally fucking hit the wall. I was unpacking him so quickly. I don't worry about that guy catching me.
Coming flying through here. Just trying to make it to the line to come in lap 39.
Okay.
This is a lap
That was a fucking cooldown lap and I still pulled up.
to keep it on. Lap 39, turn 1, turn 2. There you go. I had a slight little wobble of the rear, but overall pretty sturdy through there. Flying through there, not much counter steer needed. Sorry to the apex. Just a little flick to the bill. I managed to hit the ball a little bit. Probably counter steer there. Not the cleanest thing. But little spoiler alert, I do beat my current fastest time of the 40.9 on this lap, which is weird considering there was a lot of mistakes, but it seemed like the rest of it just seemed to be coming up together. There we go, I beat it by 3 attempts for a 40.6. And then I hit the backmarkers. Yay. I'd say the average person, and if I look, I'm gonna have a little look. In this session FP3, the average person, I'm gonna have a little look-sees of how slow they were actually going, because I'm kind of curious on like how much I was getting impeded. Yes, at FP3, the average person was running 42s, and I was like late 42s, and I was running 40s, so 2 seconds, which can be quite a lot.
Yes, I've got a big fucking turbo to pay off. I've got turn 3 down.
They're flying through there. Just seems like a pretty clear track, but I did have to use overtaking, so.
I've already fucking gapped him. Fucking nearly lost it, do you see, cunt?
Okay, I'm coming up here. Through the S's, coming into lap 42. This is a lap to watch.
Cool.
Tight through turn 1. Just a nice flick of the wheel into turn 2, but a little bit of counter steer needed, lost the rear a little bit overall, kept it pretty sturdy. Turn 3, no counter steer, swing round through turn 4 and 5, nice swing of the corners. Just run down into turn 6 and then flat out, foot to the floor. Turn 7, take the wide apex through turn 8, so you can hit 9 and 10 cleanly, go wide, so then you can hit turn 11. Tight apex, turn 12, coming up the ramp, approaching turn 13, now wider through turn 14, so you can go tighter through 15 and 16. And then you cross the line to finish out this lap at a 40.602. A slight improvement from the last one, but it is my best lap of the evening, so I'm very happy with that overall result. Following up on some of the people in the rookie moments. I don't know, I'm hearing a lot of thuds, so I don't know what's going on there. I can't see it out clicking anything, but I'm hearing it, and I don't know what that is. I might just be clicking stuff out here. That also could maybe be I'm not going that little faster. That was, I don't know if that's my fault. And I'm following behind, trying to look for a place to overtake. Can't seem to quite get past, but that's okay. I'm just going to follow up behind a little bit. He touched his brakes there. Yeah, he was on his brakes for a very long time.
Well, that's come towards the exit, must be.
I had to react to that, which then got me a slower exit, so I couldn't take the field if I just had to push the pass, so I just pressed.
He has a sort of pace, but like, if I get back, I'll catch up with him too, like, fucking catch up.
Can't run now. Through the S's, coming to lap 45, I believe, still trying to keep him tight. At this point, obviously, I don't know that that's going to be my final fastest lap, so I'm just trying to get past and maybe get one to go. Trying to overtake, but can I make it through here? He puts me in a wall. I end up having to fall back a little bit. Bit unfortunate, but I seem to be wheel to wheel with him there. He keeps it mostly clean. I just have to commit to the line, hold it through there, so that seems to be pretty okay. Managed to make that pass fairly cleanly. So now we're following up on another rookie that I need to pass before the end. Following them through turn 2. I've been now, I'm pretty sure, from my own accord. And I need to try and overtake them here. But it shouldn't be too hard. Yeah, I'm having to avoid a lot of incidents through these sessions, which is a bit annoying. But, you know. I don't know what's happened. Suddenly the rear of my car is just stepping out of me an awful lot. I don't know, I've just cooked the tyres too much. Sometimes you can feel it by the end. If you're pushing a lot in these sessions, sometimes you can actually feel like the rear starts to really get out of you. Especially if you do like drifting around some of the corners. Manage to put ball spots in the tyres. Put up through turn 2. I'm going to try and maybe get an overtake into them through turn 3, maybe turn 4. But then we don't have to, because they just put themselves in a ball. We open up the track nicely for us to just go through. There's big autism up there. And then I'm pretty sure the track will now go yellow and then red. But no, it's still green for a little bit. And I'm pretty sure around here, yeah, it's gone red, and I do just carry on going under red because I just wanted to talk to you.
Why are we having to tell the fucking marshals? I had to fucking pull over and tell them that like there was a power up.
Oh, I'm still livid about that.
There was a fucking power up. I was next to you. Yeah, I had to fucking stop and tell them. You're second. Yeah, I know. I think I'm third or fourth. Yeah, the fact I had to... Dude, I'd have fucking pull over and fucking tell them, like, there's people in the wall.
I was trying to get him over while you were pulling over, by the way.
Yeah, but they just... And I even looked around to the pit lane, there was no one fucking... There was no one here, no one here, no one up there, no one on top... There was... You know... There's fucking one guy.
I was not happy. So
You can go first, by the way. Do you want to go first?
oh, look at the big Marshall. Just not fat, just big,
Just don't impede me.
big man.
Just don't impede
So
me.
he's gonna see there because they're not actually doing anything to fix the red. I think it ended up being, I think Ollie said it was like 2 guys in the wall.
What are your lap times looking
It ended up being,
Mine's a 40.6.
yeah, I could actually see the board. No one else could really read the board as I went past.
Yeah.
I was one of the only ones that could actually quickly
I've got
look.
that this session though. I read the time as I go past. Because my one's nearer the top, it's easier to read, to find.
Yeah, Ollie is back there. He's down. Ollie just went through turn 5, I believe.
Oh fuck, I don't actually want to call over Marshall.
Trying to run.
I thought it was just the one.
Yeah, because the marshals they read it
Look, I was trying to
because they
overtake
saw
him,
that someone was
and I
off.
was planning to like switch back him, and as I went to go do it, he fucking hit the wall.
Yeah, like they saw that someone went off, but then so they read it and just no one went to go help. So ended up spending literally the rest of the session on the reds, which is really bad and like it is quite annoying when you have this.
I nearly fucking clobbered that
We were on
wall.
the reds for literally
fucking-
about 5 minutes, and a 15-minute session, so that's like a third. I trying to go behind us.
Yeah,
He came and
well,
spoke to me
at the
after. It's
start,
actually a
I
really nice
fucking
bloke.
I don't know if these are... I don't
A
know
lot of
if
them
these TCUs
are quite nice, to be fair, but they don't
Because
mean to get in the way.
Generally, like,
or
on the
anything.
race side, you
I
go
will
flat out,
say
you're
that.
50. But then over there, I just pulled up the wheel right, just flat out, spun back round, back on track. I didn't have a little bit. I didn't have a little bit just so you don't spin out, but... Yeah, I mean, over at that hairpin, the fucking rear stepped out on me. It's only backwards.
Still reds, by the way. It went red at about 44 minutes. It's currently 48 that I'm looking at.
Yeah, more people must have got
I don't know how much you want to cut this down
Because all it takes
afterwards,
is
but
one more
just
person
me
to avoid
watching
that,
the
the whole
video.
track kept taken up.
It's been a 4-minute red flag.
Bruv, my tyres are getting cold.
Yeah, to be fair, if we did get to go again, it would actually be
To be
like
fair,
I'd
these
have
ones
to do
don't cool
like a
down that
proper
badly.
lap,
They only
actually
get
walk
warmed
on
up
it
for the
twice
first
again.
session, after that it goes the whole day. Have you moved your seat back? Oh, you know shit's going wrong when they start sprinting. To be fair, he did fucking... There you go. Oh, okay.
And then yeah, we get to go going. We're still under yellows. We're under yellows still, and then we round a couple more corners and then waving a checkered flag, which is so much fun. We don't even really get to go going. This is just an in-lap basically. Yeah, this just ends up being an in-lap, which is just so annoying. I'm like trying to maybe get some heat into the tyres to get going again, but no point because we have to come in. So anyway, whilst we come into the pit lane, if you enjoyed this video and you want to see more videos like this, make sure you like and subscribe, comment and maybe recommended tracks that I might go to. Obviously, I live in like the south central sort of area, near like Reading Way, Berkshire. So if there's any tracks kind of near there, like near High Wycombe, Reading, those sort of tracks that you want me to go to, then please let me know and I'll try and see. I went to Bristol. That's sort of a little representation of how far I'm willing to go before it's like I'd rather not go too far, but also I'm willing to, if there's a really good track, I will travel for it. So, and if there's any more types of videos that you want to see, make sure you let me know, like, subscribe, and peace.